Hey, what's up, guys? Don't touch. All right. There we go. All right. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello.
My name's Justin Cardoza. I'm a professional psychic medium and intuitive consultant, and this here is
Bobby.
Broby. All right. Say hi and bye.
Hi.
All right. So, doing just a really quick impromptu. Go on. Go ahead. All right. Welcome back, guys. I'm sure most of you guys have been with me before, but if you are new, please hit the like and the subscribe button, as well as the thumbs up. It really helps out with the algorithm and YouTube and everything like that. Thanks everybody for joining me. I know this is a impromptu live. The reason is that I have been bombarded all day with a mother and son spirit coming through. I'm just getting right to it. You guys know the routine. Anybody new comes on, you can tell them the routine. But here's where I'm at. The mother and son that have been coming through all day, the mother feels like has been really making me lightheaded. Okay? And it's... So, I don't know if this is a dementia feel or a medicated, like a highly medicated feel. And her son is on the other side there with her as well. So it feels like a mother and a brother. So it feels like a mother trying to get through to either a son or a daughter, or so if this is making sense, I need somebody to say something. Because they've been with me all day. Now the son feels like his passing was not a natural thing. I'm really overwhelmed with the mother's energy though at the moment. So hopping on here, kind of hoping that somebody's going to be able to make sense of this. You know what I mean?
What?
Nobody was ready for it. Anyone?
Tell them to share.
Well, hey, I'm holding up my end of the bargain.
That one's dead. Here. This one's almost dead too. Jesus Christ.
I have a mother and son that have been around me all day. A mother and son on the other side. The mother, I really have this lightheaded, I feel like I'm half in, half out of my body, so I don't know if this is a medicated state or some sort of a dementia feel, but she is definitely on the other side with her son, and the feeling that I've been getting all day is I feel like the son passed first from... And I'm not tuned into him too much, but it definitely was like an artificial thing. So whether it was an accident or something else, it wasn't a natural passing through disease or something like that that I'm aware of. The mother is really strong and she doesn't know how to take that lightheaded feel off of me. So.
Is your phone charged?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good enough.
You want to dual cast on?
Yeah. I'm waiting to see what else I get here. Come closer, please. See, and the thing is, man, they've been trying to be trying to be. It's funny because they were trying to be. Patient isn't the word, but.
Wrong one.
But they've been lurking. Like it was like they didn't want to bother me, right? And finally, as I was making dinner, I was like, "Look, you guys, I know you're there. You gotta step out. You gotta step up." All right, so yeah, okay. Kim Tyndall brother died mom 3 weeks later. Let me see what else I could get here. Hang on. What is the and she's showing me some sort of a plaque. It is not one of my standard symbols, so I'm not sure what that means. But she's showing me some sort of a plaque. And okay. The mother is saying that there was something of hers found after her passing, whether it was a piece of jewelry or I don't know what it was. I can't get what it was, but it was found like in a room where it shouldn't have been. I'm also getting a T name associated with this.
Here, Dad. Like this. Let it go.
I have a copy.
Okay.
It's already.
Alright. Cool.
And so for those on Facebook, I am getting a mother and son coming through from the other side, wanting to talk. The mother is, it's making me feel like they are wanting to talk to their child/brother. The mother is very strong. The mother is coming through very, very strongly. Okay. And getting very very lightheaded feel with this, so it's like either heavily medicated or some sort of a dementia, but feeling like half in half out of your body. The letter T is significant, so I don't know if that's one of their names. And they were showing me a plaque of some sort. Okay, you beat me to it, Kim. Yes, I was getting it because I was getting like a TY sounding name. Yeah, I think so because I wanted to say like Tyrone, but then I got a strong no, And so I was trying to make it out before you said that. I would have never gotten that anyway. What's that? This is an odd reference. What is the tour bus reference? I'm not even seeing like a tour bus. I just heard tour bus.
Mommy, is the chat okay?
It's green.
Yeah, I know. Is that okay?
No. It's too dark.
Okay, I didn't. Just go in here and like change it in 2 seconds. I don't have my phone because Jude took it.
Okay. Hang on a sec. Let me fix the chat color real quick. Hang tight. All right, let's see if that worked.
Okay, it's blue. It's cool.
Okay. Yeah, she keeps showing me the plaque. Keep showing me this plaque. I heard tour bus, a plaque with it. And now she's doing this, which
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Yeah. Tracy, let the things come and fall as they will. Trace.
Let her friend or whoever she thinks
Yeah.
it is come to it to her
Mhm.
own.
Yeah. You gotta let yeah, okay. So here's the thing. Right. The okay. So the plaque, the T name, all of these things they have to click. All of it's not one or two. All of these things that they're showing me have to make sense in some sort of a way. You see. So again, I've got a mother and son coming through. That's got to make sense. All right. Thank you, Intuitive Bot. All of these things need to make sense. Everything that I've gotten so far. Okay. And also there was something found of the mother's in like a bedroom or some place where it shouldn't have been. Mother and son coming through. Son went first, met the mother over there.
So the mother has a T name?
There's a T name associated with it.
Okay.
All right. I don't know who the name belongs to.
But do you think she'd have dementia or are you...
I don't. I'm speculating. I can only go by what I'm feeling. I don't know if it was dementia or a medicated state, because I feel like, normally you feel whole, but I feel like I'm like one step out of sync.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So maybe we shouldn't put dementia in there.
Okay, so take dementia out.
All right.
Take that.
but I've had dementia show up as that. That's why I said that.
Okay, well then.
I mean, you know, I don't know.
know.
Morphine.
Highly medicated.
So, give me something very, very unique.
That's Carla May, guys.
Yeah, I
Kim
know.
is saying it's Carla May.
Oh, okay.
She keeps saying morphine.
Right. Okay.
But does the brother? Okay, wait a minute. I'm just-
Plaque of Mother's Love. Okay. All right. All right, Carla. Hang on. I'm trying to get stuff. This happens from time to time, man, where haven't had it happen in a couple of weeks where things are like clicking for two different people.
I gotta tell you, people are reaching the things that are like the most important. It's like, well, my grandmother has a genie, and my dad passed.
The plaque, though,
it's the plaque.
The plaque is the big
and the
one.
Bus or whatever. The plaque
I
is
heard
the big
tour
one.
bus.
Okay.
Okay, so
those are the things that are those little kind of
the
nuggets.
things that keep showing me
showing you
over and over, those are
that
the big
are
ones.
rare, that are
Yeah.
gonna like that would be
plaque.
only something a person
I'm feeling a
is
pull.
going to make.
I'm feeling a pull. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm waiting for them to give me something to make it go click.
Right, and that
You know what I'm
means
saying?
because that person hasn't quite committed to what. It's just committed.
Well, it's for me.
Uh-huh.
It's for me to have it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I really think I'm with Carla May, dude. I really
just
do.
said-
The T name, I would. I'm not even worrying about that because that will. I really feel like that will. That will. I know that will make itself known. Where does the 17 come into play, Carla? 17 is, you know, could be when they show me numbers.
do better than professional psychic medium, like on the thingy.
That was made really quickly.
Yeah, I'm about tired of your incompetence.
Hey. Please. I don't need that. I don't need that. Stop. Okay. I'm with you, Carla May.
Aw, ask her if she wants to call in.
Do you want to call in? Well, hang tight, Kim. I was gonna say Kindle. Hang tight, Kim. All right, because I feel the click with Camps of Sand. Just hang tight.
Carla,
All right,
yeah.
Carla. I know, but I'm saying that for her to know who it is. Because I don't want you giving me any information that'll taint anything later on down the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean,
So
you never know who might pop in next.
it's up to you. It's 100% up to you. It does, you know, doesn't matter. She said she could call it if I like. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Copyright strike.
Yeah, right. That's all we
Close the
need.
door.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go to the same case.
What's that number? 918?
Yeah, we gotta get that pulled up.
Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah. Hold problem. I'll put the phone number in there once I get the software set up. I was not expecting this, so.
You weren't. It's been all day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, he almost
Even-
fell over when he was cutting the chicken.
Yeah, and
I was like,
when I
what
went
is
to the
wrong
store
with you?
earlier,
Like,
remember you kept asking me, Dom, what's wrong? I was like, nothing. It was, they were there even then. So, it's
Alright,
been all
there's
day.
that.
Okay,
So,
cool.
There's that. I'll put the phone number in chat for her.
We got a headset. I gotta wear these doofy things. Like,
They are goofy. Oh my god, let me do this for you because I know.
no, there.
Do you need to make them bigger?
All right, there we go. Go ahead, pop that number in there, I guess. Oh, already did? Okay. So, yeah, Carla, if you want, you could go ahead, call in, and we'll take it from there. Make it easier.
can I see?
It's on his phone.
Hey, make a note. We can hear ourselves whispering.
Yeah, I know that. The mic's right here. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Justin.
Hey.
Hey, it's Carla May.
Hey, all right, good. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for verifying. I'm just turning up my volume here so I could hear you. Okay. Thanks for verifying all of that. Very, very specific things. And I got to tell you, very patient, your family members. They have been just kind of lingering all day and never felt... it never felt like an urgent, impressing type of a feeling. Okay, they were very kind of laid back and just like, oh no, we'll wait. But the problem became the fact that that feeling of being half in and half out. Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. And I was like, can you just like ease up a little bit? And I'll go live. We'll try to get whoever it is that you need. And she was like, I don't know how. So I was like, okay, that's all right. No problem. All right. So
That
let's.
sounds like her. So I do have two brothers on the other side, but
Okay. All right. Don't. Look, I don't
Okay.
want you to give me any info.
okay.
Because I don't
Okay.
want anything to be taken away from this experience for you. I want it to
Sure.
be 100% clean and coming from them, okay?
Okay.
Again, she's going back to this thing where there was an item found in, I don't know if it was like somebody's bedroom or that was thought lost or like after she had passed. I don't know if it was like cleaning things out. And it's like, oh my God, where did this come from? She's bringing that thing up because she was there when that happened.
I know exactly what she's speaking of.
Okay. And she's telling me that her face turned red when this happened. Like it was an embarrassing, like it could have been an embarrassing moment for whatever that's worth. Now, so
I feel like she was angry because of where it was found and who had it. But you could be right.
yeah, it's not anger at all. It's more of like an embarrassment, like type of thing. So, but
Okay.
let's see. Let's. And she is showing me like who has a collection of mass cards or funeral cards.
No one
She
that I know of immediately.
okay. Well,
But
just keep
are
an
they religious cards of some sort?
yeah. It feels like in my mind, like at Catholic funerals, you always end up getting like a mass card, like a funeral card that's laminated, and I'm seeing somebody with a stack of those. And so it's her way of acknowledging the person who collects these things or keeps them on hand as remembrances.
They were hers, and she had put them all over her bedroom so that if I had come in and found her gone, that they would provide me comfort. And I now have possession of those because I was able to take all those down off the wall because she did not end up passing at home like she had thought that she would, and I do still have those.
Okay, okay, good. That's just another confirmation that it's her for you. Okay, because that is 100%
They're
specific. So
they're more like the Catholic depiction of Christ Jesus, where it has like where you can see his red heart through his robe and
right.
crosses. I'm not Catholic, but they are very
Nope.
Catholic
Yeah,
geared.
that's
Yes.
and that's exactly the kind of thing that I'm seeing. Just in my mind, it shows up as like different saints and the Virgin Mary and Jesus and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes. Very
And then
comforting.
then on the
thing.
back there'll
Yes.
be a verse with the
Yep.
person's date of birth and death.
I don't know if there's dates on it, but there are verses on some of them
Yeah.
for comfort.
And see, the way that this works is that they access my personal records. You know what I mean? To try to get me to say the things that they're wanting to verify. So that would be the closest thing in my mind to what she's
Sure.
trying to say. So
It would be hard to interpret. I mean, you're doing an amazing job at explaining what you're seeing.
well, thank you. And she's making me feel like that there is a bunch of family that is over there that met her there, and that all of the familial rifts that have occurred in life, they all went away immediately, and they're all there. And they all met her there, and it was like a joyous reunion. And she's telling me that that's very important for you to know. Does that make sense?
It absolutely does, yes.
Okay.
And I am so glad to hear that.
Good.
Yeah, they didn't get along very well.
Yeah, she's saying
On
that
this
the anger doesn't carry forward.
That's good to know.
The anger doesn't carry forward. And now she's like trying to lighten your spirits a little bit. She's bringing up some sort of I don't know if it's like some sort of a soft drink like Fanta or a Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. She's like bringing up, showing me a glass bottle of soda or pop, depending on where you're at in the country.
I mean, I think we all like soda, but she used to tell me I shouldn't drink it. It wasn't good for me. I didn't need the pounds, she would say.
So that brings up like I just knew that there was like a levity behind it, but I didn't get the symbol. So I just have to give it the way that I get it, and so okay. And she is referencing somebody who smoked like pipes or cigars, and like it's like her way of saying hello to them. And she's like, oh man, she used to, lack of a better word, bitch about the stench of it.
Yes.
Okay. But she's saying hello. That person is still here, yes?
That's a tough one because
Gotcha.
well, you told me not to share too much, so I don't know what you
It's
don't
okay.
want me to say, but
Well, no, because the reason I asked that is that it's her way of saying that it's her saying, like, acknowledging that person, as in saying like hello from the other side.
okay. I think I know who she's speaking of.
Okay.
Because I quit smoking 2 years ago, and smoking is what ultimately cost her life, long-term effects. But there is a person who's still smoking, and my mother hated it.
Gotcha.
The smell of her car, to be more specific. She would go into rants about how bad her car smelled.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, because she's like making me feel like, going on and on and on and like beating a dead horse.
Yes.
Almost like
Yes,
Roseanne.
that was my mother. That was my mother.
Big screen.
And she's referencing someone who passed of an overdose, it feels like, or some sort of a poisoning. And she's saying that they are there, that they're there with her.
Okay, that would have been my older brother who drank weed killer to get back at his girlfriend and didn't mean to die. Which was not her biological child, but she had married my father before I was born,
Right.
and had inherited 2 sons in that marriage, and he passed at 18, trying to get across town on his bike to the hospital, and stopped at a phone booth to call for an ambulance and never made it. It was an accidental poisoning.
Okay. Wow.
And she always felt really bad that had happened to him. It hurt her in her heart.
Yeah. Well, he's there with her. So
Okay.
that's one thing she's wanting to make sure you know. And she's telling me to tease you about the box of crackers. I don't... It's such an odd reference. But yeah, she's saying, hey, throw a jab at her about the box of crackers. I don't know if these are like saltines or... I don't know. I give what I get, and that's, that's all there is. I mean... So a couple of things. Feels like one thing that she's basically saying happy birthday to somebody who's got a birthday coming up or that's just passed. She's showing me my symbol for happy birthday, which is like a birthday cake. So she's saying happy birthday to somebody within the family that's coming up or just passed within the window.
Mine just passed and my son's is coming up, and my mother never missed a birthday until she passed. And It's been really hard on our family because her cards don't come anymore, and it's been a loss. And
Sure.
so that is something she would totally say. She never forgets anybody's birthday, so thank you for that.
Absolutely, yeah. Because no, she's not done there, because it's like before that she was like, okay, all right, what was it, like bulletin board time, you know? So it's like,
She was big on dates.
yeah.
She had a very sharp mind even till the end. She didn't forget a birthday, any special occasion. That was my mother, 100%.
And I don't know if I'm hearing the name right, but I feel like I'm supposed to be saying, something about Jimmy, and Jimmy needs to do right or something. I'm not very good.
Is it a just name?
Yes,
Is it George?
it might be. But here's the thing. It's that just sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because
He's been screwing up.
Okay.
And she's always told him that he needs to get his life together.
Usually when I have had that, and it's been the name Jimmy for multiple readings for a client of mine, and that's what kind of came to mind. And so it's like, But the J, yeah, the initials are never wrong. I might be off on the name, but the initials are never wrong.
She also could be referring to him as Georgie.
Okay.
And I'm guessing she'll keep that short because she's not one to air dirty laundry, but
No.
she does.
Yeah,
I know
no,
exactly what she's saying.
It's validation for you. It's really, she's still in validation mode.
Okay.
Wanting to prove to you that beyond a doubt that it's her. Okay. So she's also saying that she comes around you all the time. You know this, but just like so many people, you don't want to think yourself crazy, and you talk yourself out of it. There are times when you do believe it, and ironically enough, those are the more subtle times. But she'll do things like knock stuff off of counters randomly to let you know she's there.
There's one thing in particular she's been doing that I believe is her, and I'm waiting to see if she hits on that. But we have a little place for her at the table where we light a candle and leave a bottle of water out.
Mm-hmm.
And I may have put some crackers out for her at one time in a picture for her to look at, because I do feel like she comes and goes.
Well, she does. She's definitely confirming that for you. She wants you to know, more than anything, that she's proud of the woman that you've become.
Yep.
Above all else. That's the number one message.
Yep.
Because you beat yourself up because you compare yourself to her on a daily basis, and she's like, sweetie, you are not me. You need to stop doing that because you torture yourself with it. And so she's proud of you. She's like, as Roseanne would say, I'm getting the exclamation point. Very, very big. Very big.
She never failed to tell me that, but I always worried that she just said it because she felt she had to, but I know that she means it. And she would tell me that a lot when she was still here, that she was very proud of me.
Yeah. She still is. And it only grows every day, is what she's saying. It grows every day. without airing out, I wouldn't consider this dirty laundry, but she's kind of private, and but she wants to take a moment to thank you for, towards the end, you actually gave her permission to go.
I did.
To stop fighting. That relieved a huge burden off of her that she can't even describe. And you were the only one. You were the only one that did it. And she needed that.
I did. I told her I was going to be okay. And I didn't mean a single word of it, but I knew it needed to be spoken so that she could be at peace, and she passed within 2 weeks. And I don't know if anybody else gave her that permission,
no,
but
she's saying no.
I told her I was going to be okay.
Give me a sec. The amount of love that she made me feel in that moment when she told me that, just bear with me a sec. I'm trying to recoup.
She hung on and suffered a really long time because she didn't want to leave the people that she knew loved her and needed her. And she had a hard go of it. And I knew she was staying for me, mostly me.
Yeah, and that's what she's saying, is that it was such a huge burden that
she didn't want to hurt me.
And you wanted to know if she was like abused while in hospice, or?
Yeah, she had made a comment a few days before she passed about somebody slapping her around, but she was also
she
kind
wasn't.
of in and out
No,
of
I'm getting a strong no. So.
Okay.
Okay, so towards the end, she was in and out, and she's making me feel like it was a time that she was like in, then went out and came back, and they were doing something with her, and there was a state of confusion there. But she was also like, she had people, family members that passed previously, coming and talking to her, getting her ready for the transition. And she told you about that. And she's saying hi to the two babies.
The two boys.
She said the two babies. She didn't assign like gender. She just said the babies, the two babies. She's sending love to them.
My daughter's getting ready to have a child. She's pregnant, and she may be saying hello to the grandbaby. And my daughter also has another child. I don't know if she would refer to her as a baby, but maybe.
I'm just going to leave it with you.
Okay.
The two babies.
She would sometimes call me baby.
Okay. I'm just going to leave it with you because I'm not getting confirmation in any aspect. The only confirmation that I'm getting is the two babies.
Okay. I know who that is.
Okay. She's making reference to somebody who almost fell off the roof recently and to tell them to not go up there anymore? Stop that.
I didn't realize that they had actually gone up there, but somebody's in trouble.
Okay, yeah. Somebody almost fell off the roof.
Oh, that's good to know. And that
Mhm.
explains why the screen's out of the window. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, okay, cool. And I don't know if you keep if you have multiple pictures of her in frames, and I don't know if this is you or someone else, but she is showing me multiple pictures of her in frames, like around, just in general areas. And one of them keeps ending up knocked over, falling over. It's because she doesn't like that one. So she's just showing me this, that I don't know however many there are, but
There's a lot of them, but I actually have boxed them up because they were everywhere, and they're hers, and they're of various family members, and they are framed, and there is a bunch of them that she left for me. I'll have to think about the one that she doesn't like.
it'll probably come to you. Like, for whatever reason, like, I see them out, but there's one constantly knocked over, and whether it's you or someone, like, why is this one always knocked over? What the hell is going on here? It was her, like, no, face down, you know.
Is she possibly telling me that she wants me to take them out?
So the answer
There's
the answer I get to
lot of
that,
them.
well, the answer I got to that is, well, you know, it's almost a guilt trip type of thing, and it's well, you know, I wouldn't tell you what to do. You know, it is your house, your space, but if it was me, it would be nice to, you know, have a little reminder or something. That's kind of like the vibe to the answer of
That's
the question.
her, and they were super important to her, but we're talking, oh my goodness, there's
Well,
so
not
many
all of them.
them.
You don't got to do all of them. You know, this is I'm feeling. Well, look, you know, you don't have to do all of them, but you know, I mean, come on.
True. I'll have to go through them again because I just moved the box the other day. And tell her I'm sorry that I haven't gotten around to hanging all those pictures.
Yeah, but no, again, here it comes. So it's like, no. That's not what I was saying. You don't misunderstand me. I was just trying to make a point of reference. Yada, yada, yada. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And now I feel like she's asking, like if that exchange went on in life, that it would have been followed with, "Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Like, go on, let's get something," you know.
I was always trying to feed her, and she was always trying to feed me. Yeah.
So another thing she wants you to know is that she does a couple of things. She does hear you when you talk to her. She appreciates that more than you know.
Okay.
More than you know. She also appreciates and understands the questions of, "Mom, what should I do give me a sign, help me out here. And she's like, can't do that. I wouldn't do it in life. I'm not going to do it. Start doing it now. You got to make your own decisions.
Absolutely.
But it's her way of letting you know that she hears everything. Whenever you call on her, she's right there. And she's making reference to pallet wood, which I'm seeing pallets, you know?
The tree house.
I don't know if she's talking about like it's pallets that, you know, you move freight on, but I don't know if she's talking about it I'm just seeing the pallet itself. I don't know if she's talking about it like in a design sense, like if someone is using pallet wood to build something, but that would be me interpreting it. I don't want to do that because I'm not sure what the symbol of the pallet is. So I give that with a possible interpretation. You see what I'm saying? Just full disclosure. So, because a pallet just seems awfully out of place in what she's talking about. So that's what I was like.
I think I know what she's trying to say.
Okay.
It's somebody that used to haul freight on pallets that she misses very much, and tell her I don't know how he is because I haven't talked to him lately.
Okay. Well, I don't have to tell her anything. You just did.
Oh. Okay.
She's like, see, you're not listening. You're not listening. I just told you.
Yeah.
I hear everything you say. Again, she's making me feel like, I gotta tell you, when I first got on, I was like, I mean, just not centered at all because of the feeling, the energy that she was impressing upon me. She wasn't meaning to, by any stretch of the imagination, but it was happening. And I feel centered again because you took the time out to validate her. And I feel a lightness, another burden lifting. And so she's like making me feel like that's twice now that you've helped lift a burden off of her. And she's just so thankful for that. And she's just sending you so much love. But you already know that. Is what she's saying. And she's saying, like, I feel her energy starting to fade. She's pretty strong. She hung in patiently all day.
She's a redhead.
Oh,
and she's
God, no.
She was very determined when she set her mind to something, and that would be one of the things she would always tell me for years is you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah.
Very strong-willed.
Yeah, strong-willed, and I
Yes.
said that to Roseanne as I was having her type the message on Facebook, that determined. It's just a determined but patient.
Yes. Very
Like,
strong, very
not-
determined, but not.
Hey, look, I have had spirits show up. Like, I've been doing this for 17 years, and before even doing this on live like this, when I had one spirit for a group. I was doing a live reading for a family, and the patriarch. I was working on air conditioners at the time, and he shows up the night before I'm scheduled to do this reading, and I'm like, whoa. He hung out with me all night, like, hey, what's that? What's that? So I tell them about this the next day. And they're like, yep, that's him. He didn't have, they were like, he didn't have a mechanical bone in his body, but man, he loved to tinker and just, get that. But her, it wasn't even like that. She was just like sitting back in the waiting room, like, yeah, now I'll wait. I'm fine. I'll get it. Like, okay, but the problem was that feeling, and I was like, well, can you take that off of me? I don't know how. But she does. She has it now. It's like totally off, but she's right here with me. And so, but she's making me feel like that's you. That's because of you.
That was my mother. And she could wait and bide her time like none other.
She did. From the time I woke up, it was crazy. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's my mother.
And even when I meditated earlier, usually I'll meditate and I'll focus in and say, who's there? Nothing. She was just still waiting. And it wasn't until she was here hours and just like, I was finally, look, you got to come forward. You got to come talk to me. What's going on? I know you're there. And she was like, oh, but no rush. I'm fine.
Yes, that was my mom. I'm fine, honey. She'd say that all the time.
Yeah. So. And she's referencing the monkey. The monkey.
I'll have to think about that one.
I'll leave it with you. But I feel her kind of like pulling back, like she got through the main message that she wanted to get through to you. And there's like so much love.
Did she say anything about her son that was with her? I can see why she would have my brother with her. That was her child that she lost when he was 4 days old. And she missed him her whole life.
I didn't get anything. I just got, it was very specific, a mother and a son. And I was waiting on him. Honestly, when that happens, here's what happens. Now that you told me that he was 4 days old when he passed.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything specific for the son. It was all the mother. Normally,
holding her baby, probably holding her baby.
And that's not even how it came through. It really felt like two separate souls coming through. Should she have been holding him? Sure, maybe, but that's not how it felt. But there wasn't anything being given to me with him. Usually,
maybe just so I would know it was her, because I always knew that she would go to him.
Yeah. Well, no, the thing is that okay. The thing is with that, it's usually when that happens, I will get bits and pieces of all the people that come through. Look, I have done readings where entire families have come through, and I'll get bits and pieces for each and every one of them, and I didn't get that this time. And so the fact that I think that the fact that the son was coming through with the mother was like the first clue, but I didn't even recognize it. Usually I get 3, I usually get 3 right off the bat. But this was just so very specific. And the feeling, everything was associated with the mother. And I kept waiting for the for her son to jump in, and it didn't happen. And that's okay. I mean, I don't have control over who comes through, what they say, anything like that. And so I just kind of I roll with it, you know. But that makes sense. The fact that if he passed at 4 days old, that would make sense. Then that was just another factor for you to validate. But yeah, I feel her fading a little bit. Like she's gotten out what you needed at this moment. She's like, don't ever forget that she loves you and she's so incredibly proud of you.
Yep, that was my mother. And she said that all the time in life.
She says it still. Because love is the one thing that you take with you. Love and pride. What were you going to say?
I went and grabbed the plaque, and if you wanted to hear the message that she prepared for me.
Definitely. I think everybody does. Definitely.
It says, no matter how old we are, losing a mother is one of the deepest sorrows a heart can know. But her goodness, her caring, and her wisdom live on like a legacy of love that will always be with you. And just as she comforted you, may the memory of her love surround you now and bring you peace. Special people touch our lives in everything they do and leave us changed. The gifts they give us can become a part of who we are, a legacy of beauty that lives on.
Wow. That's well said. I'm proud of you, too, for being able to get that out so eloquently. I know that had to be tough.
Well, I've cried looking at it many times. I'm surprised I still choke up, but she had it for a really long time on her wall, and I knew it was for me, but she wouldn't let me have it. And as a matter of fact, it disappeared before she passed, and I was really upset, but it was then given to me by someone. I had gone down on a Friday to see her, left Sunday, and she passed Tuesday. And the interesting thing was she gave the friend permission to give it to me Sunday before I left, which I knew what she was trying to say, and I knew that because I was holding it, that I was getting ready to say goodbye to my mother, but she wanted me to have it when the time came. And
Yeah.
she was very wise.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I feel like there's one last thing that she's saying in a departing shot is that it's never goodbye. It's only see you later.
Goodbye for now is what she would say to me. Goodbye for now.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling like she's pointing out this probably it's just a reference for me. In Gladiator, it's like goodbye, my friend, but I'll see you soon, but not too soon. Not yet. Not yet. So, yeah, that's it. She's pulling back, but thank you so much for stepping up and validating that and letting me be the one to deliver. Wow, that message. It's so good. That's so good.
I'm just incredibly grateful. I've been tuning into you guys for over a year, just hoping that I would hear from her. And I didn't honestly expect it to be today. I worked all day. I worked full time, and I just happened to get the alert, and I thought, well, it's probably not her, but and there she was.
Yep. Specifically on a day that I don't do lives for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's Monday, so it wasn't just because she's been hanging around that you decided to do this?
No.
No?
She was hanging around all day, but she was totally content to wait till Wednesday. And I was like, I can't. I'm not. Look, I take what I do very, very seriously. You know that. You've been watching me for over a year. You know I take this incredibly, incredibly seriously. I have fun with it. I love being able to bring love and closure to people. You know that's not my style to have somebody wait till Wednesday. I'm not going to do that to them. You know
No,
how
she
much
would've.
energy? I know she would have.
She would have.
And here's the thing. I would have done it earlier, but it's all about timing. I say it all the time. It's all about timing. And so that's why I tell people all the time, look, if you didn't get a reading today, you may not get a reading tomorrow, but hang in there. It's all about timing. And your mother made the time and, made it even that much more potent to compel me to go live on a day that I normally don't. And I'll do that every time. Every time. If there is someone hanging around, I'll do that. That's my commitment to God and to the other side to do what God has blessed me and commanded me to do. And so if it's at 2:00 in the morning, I have done readings for people at 2:00 in the morning because they're in Australia, right, Natasha? It doesn't matter to me. Like timing is everything. This was the right time. Clearly.
It
Thank you.
absolutely was, because I had just come in from work. I had food in the oven. I sat down and I ate, was putting my dish away, and I got the alert, and she was probably saying, okay, it's time. She's done eating. Her shoes are off.
Yep.
And she has a minute before she's got to go to bed.
There you go.
Thank you, Justin, so very much. I needed this so very much.
Well, I'm glad.
I miss her so much.
I know. And she's there with you. So make no mistake about it. I think she proved that to everybody tonight. And just how strong she is. So
that was my mother. And it always hurt me because she was still so mentally there when she passed. And that had to have been so hard to be so aware, because she was just so mentally sharp, but her body had given out, and it has always hurt me so deeply knowing that she knew exactly what was going on when she passed away. And it's just been so hard for me to just shoulder that burden, knowing that her mind was still so sharp.
I hope you realize now, though, that it should ease that burden, because you eased the burden for her by giving her the permission to go. That's a key thing. That's big. And
it was the hardest thing I ever said, and I was lying through my teeth, but I knew that she needed to hear it. And I honestly don't know where it came from, because I knew when I told her that I was going to be okay, I knew I wasn't going to be, but I knew that she needed to hear it. And I don't even know why I spoke it, but I'm glad I did.
Is a beautiful reading. Carla, thank you so much for taking the time out to log on and acknowledge that. And
thank you so
it's a
much,
blessing for
Justin. Thank you,
tonight.
Roseanne.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You have yourself a good night, okay?
All right. You as well.
All right.
Thank you so much, Justin.
All right. You're more than welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Woo! Well, no more of those, man. Makes your ears hot. Gee whiz.
Not mine, it's just hot in the room.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. That was Carla, everybody. I feel better. I definitely
That's
feel better.
beautiful.
Here comes Mouth of the South.
Well, I had a feeling.
She's got to chime in. What
That
say
was-
you, boss?
Love to you, Carla. Oh my God. I was downstairs feeding my face when she was saying, "Thank you, Roseanne." I felt so. It was so beautiful. It was such a beautiful reading.
Yeah.
And that is why, when you least expect it,
Mm-hmm. That's why I tell
and
everybody.
you be
Yep.
patient. And it's all about
Patience.
the timing, like you say. And
Mm-hmm.
today was that day.
She was more than content to wait until Wednesday. And I was like, I'm not doing. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Because I told you at dinner, because you had pretty much kind of like put a block up. You knew that they were there,
Uh-huh.
but then I think she was getting nervous because we were eating dinner, and I said, "Man, I don't feel good." Like I was like, shifted to me, like, "Hurry up, hurry up." You know?
She was like more than
No.
content to wait, but I'm not going to do that to anybody. I mean, that's crazy. That, and like I say, guys, look, I don't cut time. I don't cut corners. Like I said, had no plans on going live tonight, but if something like that ever happens, I'm going to go live every single time. Every single time. And so it was compelling.
It was a beautiful reading.
It was good. Yeah,
It was
she had.
beautiful.
Yeah, so.
And I was so glad I knew. That's why I was like, power call in. I knew.
Good call. And so, Carla, if you're still on, take a picture of that plaque. I would love to use, I would love to just see it, because that was such an odd reference. Because I just kept seeing plaque. So, yeah, it's
Yeah, that was incredible.
it was pretty good.
You got verklempt.
Yeah, I
was
needed a
watching
minute.
it on the big screen.
I needed a minute. I had to
And here's
Hold
the thing,
on.
that moment
take it easy.
when you tell your loved one that it's okay to go.
Oh God, that gets
that
me.
always gets me every time.
That gets me every time.
It needs
It
to.
doesn't happen all the time. That's the thing.
No, but when you have
But when
those
it does-
moments in readings, it's because it is such
I gotta
a
tell ya.
selfless thing to do
Yeah,
as a human being
Mhm.
to say that.
I know.
And because we want to keep our loved ones.
Well, of
here,
course.
and it's
every
so
time
hard.
that I get that,
Right.
there's no way for anyone to know
Right.
until we're in that position.
Right.
If you hear that, like, what a burden that releases. Oh my God.
They're never, and that's the thing, because but that's how much they know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
also appreciate the fact that you did that.
Pretty good. So I feel better. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope that just kind of gave everybody something to show that love never dies. And I don't say this as often as I should, but the real reason that I do this work, it's not about me. It's not about light worker education. It's not about the people that I mentor who are growing by leaps and bounds, by the way. It's about you. And it's about the love that we carry with us through life. And that the fact that love never dies and that it carries over with us through death. And that God is so good and he has so much grace that sometimes when we're at our lowest point and our faith is truly struggling, sometimes we feel like it's shattered. God's grace is so great that He will give us a peek behind the curtain and allow one of our loved ones to come through with a message for us. See, it's not about the message per se. You have to look at it in a bigger context. I say all the time that it's not about me. It's just an ability, that it's not me, it's God. God gives me this ability to do the work. But if you stop and think, why would God allow us to get one last message from our loved ones who have crossed? It's very simple. God's given us a peek behind the curtain because, obviously, if our loved ones are still there, in energy form, in heaven, whatever you want to call it, if that's true, then obviously God is true. And I'll leave you guys with that. That's the real purpose of this gift. The gift of discernment, the ability to connect people with their loved ones who have crossed. Heaven is very real. God is very real. Because it's only through His power that I'm able to do this. And I just want to thank everybody again for coming on. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you guys don't get a reading on a specific night, please don't get discouraged. Because as Carla found out, you never know. You heard it from her. She's been watching us for over a year. And sometimes it takes that long. Sometimes they may be ready to deliver a message, but we might not be as much as we think we are. And so just stay open, guys. Stay open to the signs of love that you receive every day. And likewise, be willing to provide signs of love to those that are still here while you still can. I bid you guys good night. My name's Justin Cardoza. I'm a professional psychic medium. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We'll be back Wednesday. We'll call it Wednesday. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.